Guys, the Saxxy Awards have produced no shortage of strange TF2 content, but we just may have found the most wholesome. This is going to be playtime. Let's get into it. Gotta say, the commitment of these animators is awesome. You notice like the lens flare, the lighting. These guys are just great at their job. Also, shout out to the fact that this is Heavy's teddy bear.
Are you guys ready down there?
Gotta say, there's a lot of child safety problems I'm seeing here. No one's in a booster seat or a car seat, right? Which if you're young enough that you're still in diapers, you probably should be in a booster seat. Though I will want to point out this is in the 60s, and the ideas around safety are, well, they were just a lot more lax. For example, food safety.
We're almost there. We're here.
That's actually a real reason why car seats and seat belts became so widespread in the 70s and 80s, is because, yeah, you don't have to be going at a very high speed for, of course, even a small accident to slam you into the seat in front of you or the windshield or the steering wheel. And a lot of people were catastrophically injured in what are, by today's standards, extremely minor accidents at extremely low speeds. Shout out also to the fact that my other camper is a sword van. I don't actually know what a sword van is. Okay, also, we gave one of these children a gun. Times were different in the 60s. That's all I have to say.
I'll be back to pick you guys up later. Have fun on your little adventures.
Yes. Medieval Europe, obviously, in the 60s, things were different. The medieval era hadn't actually ended.
Spies sapping my sentry.
I mean, the NG, this is just a weird hat, man. I have nothing else to say. This is a bizarre, bizarre hat. You know what this reminds me of? Rugrats. You guys ever seen Rugrats, the cartoon? That was a 90s Nickelodeon classic. Again, truly the golden era of Nickelodeon cartoons, which I don't even think Nickelodeon exists anymore. But in the 90s, it was huge. It had its own theme park, the studios, the slime. It was a cultural phenomenon. And Rugrats was basically this show. Babies that go on adventures, sort of navigating a complex world of adults. Demo night, the scourge of TF2 everywhere. Okay, real radiation. I actually love this because there's so much propaganda, and that's basically what it is, around real or organic stuff. The idea, yes, there is a point where you're including preservatives or other chemical additives that are actually probably not healthy, aspartame, for example. But there's also a point where people use terms like real or organic, and they don't mean anything, right? And of course, claiming it's real radiation. There's no version of fake radiation. There just isn't. Just like saying, oh, it contains real chicken or contains real fruit. There's not really, there's like the fake chemical fruit flavoring, but like also contains real something doesn't mean much. Everything contains something real. And usually it says, oh, it contains real orange juice. Well, yeah, if it contains 1% of real orange juice, I guess you could say that. Jesus. Poor demo night, man. Blinded. Logically, there's a rocket ship. The rocket ship looks about right for the 70s, actually. Or the 60s. Why does everyone want to kill babies? Listen, human beings, we're evolved to not kill babies. We are not evolved to kill babies of our own species. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It does. Human beings are weird. But as a general principle, most people aren't going to default to killing offspring. And this isn't universally true in the animal kingdom. Animals like bears and lions, oftentimes where there's a single male with several females, when they defeat a rival and sort of take over their pack, they will often kill the rival's offspring so that their offspring don't have to compete with resources for someone who isn't genetically similar. Human beings usually aren't like that. We see children, our default isn't going to be to kill them. There you go. Shout out to Only Baby Demo for having a helmet. He's just the responsible actor, but there's a lot of, well, you know, we're not even going to go into the technical issues here. There's a lot. There are many. So many. All right, this is the tank shouldn't be in space. We're just gonna leave it at that. We're just gonna leave it at that. I love how Scout's ability to throw, Baby Scout's ability to throw things is decisive.
Go, go, go! Move!
That is actually completely lore believable that Heavy will try to make the rocket go by just yelling at it. That just seems completely in character. Okay, I know the physics of space is completely wrong, but the nice thing about space is that without air friction, right, an object in motion will tend to stay in motion unless, again, friction from the air slows it down. In space, there's no friction, so all you would need is a little bit of a push to get that thing moving, and you would be good to go. I love how instead of animating the lock going in and opening it up, you just have this seat cut out. Yeah, it's just kind of a cute ending. That's a pretty good one. Yep, in the 60s, giving kids liquor, totally fine. I don't know if that's true. I think even in the 60s, the people were like, hey man, babies can't drink. But, you know, I thought it was a thing that if your child was teething, you would rub whiskey on their gums to help ease and kind of numb it. Also, babies need smaller bites of food. You can't eat a whole sandwich. And the toothpick is sharp. I'm a grown man, and I worry about eating a toothpick. Fat Scout.
Hey there, little guy. What did you guys get up to today?
Scout and Miss Pauling. That's the real wholesome ending. All right, well, you know what? That was just good. And man, it's a testament to the fact that there's so many animators out there who are just good at animating, good at storytelling, just are great at this. And it's so funny to me that I wonder if they are professionals and this is just a hobby for them, or what the deal is, right? But it does really, really, really make me appreciate just how much passion the Team Fortress 2 community has. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining me. If you want to access some exclusive content, go on Patreon. Thanks to our Lieutenant tier patrons, Cole Foster, Command Unit Caffeinated, Jacob Flavis, Chris, Dr. Shotcut, Porter World Time, Brandon Arbor, Just Runner, and Z1 Joker. I'll see you guys in the next one.